Cursed Calabash, Episode 2, The Price of Power. Morning came softly to the village of Igbotoro, but for Kemi, the night had never truly ended. She sat on the edge of her bed, staring at her hands as though they belonged to someone else. Her heart was pounding. Her name hovered on her lips, familiar yet unreachable. Kemi, she whispered again. Nothing. The sound felt empty. Wrong. Across the room, the calabash rested on the wooden table, glowing faintly like an eye that never slept. You are learning, it whispered. This is the price. Kemi stood up slowly. Give it back, she said, her voice shaking. My name. Give it back. The calabash pulsed with soft red light. What you lost is small, it replied. What you will gain is greatness. Kemi clenched her fist. Fear twisted inside her chest, but beneath it was something else, hunger. That morning, she went to the village square. As soon as she opened her mouth to speak, people gathered. Her voice carried farther now, smoother, richer. It wrapped itself around the villagers like warm smoke. They listened. They always listened. Stories poured out of her, tales of ancient spirits, forgotten kings, and forbidden love. The village laughed. Some cried. Others stood frozen, unable to look away. Kemi, a woman said breathlessly, when you speak, I forget myself. Kemi smiled. But deep inside, a quiet panic grew. Because she could no longer remember the sound of her own laughter before the calabash. That night, she met Ejiro again. He waited at the edge of the forest, where shadows gathered thickly around his feet. His white robe looked dull now, as though it had aged overnight. It has started, he said. Kemi folded her arms. I'm fine. Ejiro shook his head slowly. You couldn't say your name yesterday. What did it take today? Kemi hesitated. I forgot my mother's voice, she admitted. Ejiro closed his eyes. It always begins like this, he said. Small pieces. Things you don't think you need. What did it take from you? Kemi asked. Ejiro laughed softly, without humor. First, my name. Then my memories. Then my face. People stopped recognizing me, even when I stood right in front of them. Kemi's stomach tightened. There is a way to stop it, he continued. But it requires sacrifice. Before she could ask what he meant, a sharp whisper cut through the night. Kemi, she turned. The calabash glowed brighter than ever. Do not listen to him, it said. He is weak. He refused greatness. Ejiro stepped back. It's lying to you. The calabash laughed, low, slow, and pleased. She belongs to me now. Kemi covered her ears. Stop. The forest fell silent. That night, Kemi dreamed. She stood before a vast crowd, her voice rising like thunder. People chanted her name, a name she could not remember. Faces blurred together. Hands reached for her. And then, silence. She woke up screaming. Sweat drenched her body. The hot felt unfamiliar. Even the smell of smoke felt strange. She looked at her hands again. Who am I? She whispered. The calabash answered immediately. You are my voice. Tears rolled down her cheeks. The next day, the elders summoned her. They sat in a circle, their faces hard, eyes sharp with knowing. Your voice carries more than stories now, the oldest elder said. Kemi said nothing. We have seen this before, Another elder added, "Power that does not come from the ancestors always demands blood or memory." That night, alone once more, Kemi held the calabash in both hands. "If I give you up," she asked quietly, "will I get myself back?" The calabash glowed fiercely. "There is no you without me anymore." Kemi's hands trembled. Outside, the wind howled through the village like a warning. Inside the hut, a choice waited to be made. And somewhere in the darkness, something ancient smiled. Because the calabash was hungry. And the price of power had only just begun. Next episode. Episode 3, What the Calabash Takes.